Hey guys, Beau here. I wanted to give you a quick synopsis on the Meginnis ARM offering. We're going to go over the quick stats on it, but more importantly, I want to talk to you about the opportunity because it's pretty significant. I've got a little cheat sheet here, so you might see me looking up and down. So obviously it's 37 units. There's 16 duplexes and 5 A-frame rental homes. Now what's great is 15 of the 16 duplexes are all on one street. Then there's 3 A-frame rental homes literally right next on the adjoining street. Then another adjoining street, there's 2 A-frame homes and a duplex next to each other. So they're all very, very close together. This is all on the northwest part of Tallahassee, up by Lake Jackson. Really beautiful, beautiful area, sought after, nice and quiet. You can tell when you drive the streets or you walk the streets. But what's even really neat is it's right next door to, and I'm going to say this wrong, the Okahipke Prairie Preserve, which is a neat little area because it's got a little kids area. It's like a park, but then it has this awesome walking trail that goes all the way around in a big circle. People walk their dogs, they go jogging, and this is literally right next door to all the duplexes. Now, I sold this portfolio 2 years ago to the current owners, and even in my pro forma rents for those buyers at that time, this current owner has already exceeded by a good margin those rents, and there's still room to grow on these, and that's how good this area is. Now, the buyer has updated 20 of the 37 units. They've done what they would call a full remodel, which is a vinyl luxury tile. They've got new countertops, all new appliances, obviously an interior paint. And then they've painted the cabinets because the cabinets are all in pretty good shape. So that leaves 17 units that can be fully updated. Now, of those 17 units, some of them have had partial updates. Like if they needed appliances, they did appliances. And if they had a bad countertop, they would have replaced it. But they haven't gone through and done a full, remodel like they've done on the 20 units. 15 of the 21 roofs, 15 of the 21 buildings have had the roofs replaced during the current ownership in the last 2 years. And then those remaining 6 buildings had the roofs replaced anyway by prior owners within a relatively short period of time. Actually, the oldest roof is only 12 years old, so all of them are relatively new. Now, what's neat is the average tenancy is over 3 years in these buildings. And that just, and it goes up to, I look at the rent roll. You've got people that have been there for 8 years, 9 years. I saw one tenant there for 18 years. So it just really solidifies how good the area is, how nice the buildings are, the layouts. People just want to stay there for a long time. It's 100% occupied at this time. As far as a unit mix goes, these are all 2 and 3 bedrooms. We've got 2 1s, 2 1.5s, 2 2s, 3 1s, 3 1.5s, 3 2s, and then all the A-frame homes are 3 bedroom, 3 baths. Average size is just under 1,000 square feet, but they range from 800 to 1,200 square feet. And the rents, the overall in-place average is a little over $1,200, but the market average is about $1,360. The in-place rents actually range from $950, probably for those longer term tenants that have been there for a long time, all the way up to $1,550. So there's plenty of room for growth still in the rents. Now, the current owners finished their value added program in May of 23, and the reason they're selling is they're just going to go ahead and harvest those the value add that they've done. And so you'll see there a little bit of a disruption prior to May of 2023 as they mature the rent roll, but it looks really good. Now, the opportunity here is 5-fold. So my buddy just pulled up. It's 5-fold on the value add. Number one, I would take all of the partial units that have had, the 17 units, go ahead and make those a full value add. That costs anywhere about between $5,000 and $7,000 per unit per the existing owner. Then I would renew all of the existing tenants who are in fully remodeled units and go ahead and bring them up to market rents. Because what's happened is since this started 2 years ago, a lot of those tenants got in there at a really good price, even though they're in a fully renovated unit. And so just renewing them at current ones would be awesome. Individual building insurance. So right now there's a portfolio insurance in place. Hey, just one second. Right now there's a portfolio insurance in place, but if you do individual policies in place, you can save about $10,000 a year on the insurance. So I would definitely institute that, and you can do that before you close. And then, of course, the fourth value add component of this is that you'll be able to refi in 3 to 5 years, right? So I, as the broker, placed this portfolio. I went ahead and priced it at new debt. I got new insurance quotes. The management company that's managing it now would like to stay in place, and they're great at what they do. I've reset the property taxes. So everything you can think of that needs to be done to correctly value an asset, we've done. And so if you're buying at today's interest rates and amortization periods and loan to values, you're no doubt going to have a value add when you go to refi this in a few years. And then the fifth component is the really most exciting one to me. So I believe long term, and I know this because I've looked at the stats, you should sell out this portfolio individually as individual duplexes, fee simple on separate parcels, and sell those individually rather than selling the portfolio as a portfolio again. In other words, over time, take 2 to 4 years to do a sellout at one duplex at a time and one A-frame at a time, because there's such an extreme shortage of affordable housing to purchase and live in. And so a lot of people are house hacking. They're moving into one unit and then renting out to the other, or having a family or friends stay in the other unit. But then also there's a major shortage in just people being able to buy individual duplexes or A-frame rental homes as just one duplex. And so people will pay way more per duplex, especially those moving into a unit, than someone will pay as a portfolio purchase like you are right now in the 37 units. There are plenty of sales comps for $350,000 to $450,000 per duplex. And so what I would do is I would take, and this is a long-term approach, I would take a 2 to 3 year sellout, right? Because you wouldn't want to put 16 individual duplexes and 5 homes all on the market individually at one time. I would put 2 or 3 out there, have them sell, step up the prices every 4 or 5 months, put another couple of them out there, and sort of sell out over the course of a couple year period, and you will have a huge exit price over the long term doing it that way. All right, guys, so that's the 5 value add opportunities for this asset. If you have any questions, please let me know. Make sure you look at the full marketing package, look at the videos, all the pictures. If you still have any questions, feel free to give me a shout. See you guys.